Good morning, everyone. James from Junkyard Fox. Thank you so much for joining me. And today we have ourselves a knife review. Now, I do believe I did take a break from reviewing knives this year. I found myself getting bored with testing them. They started getting a little repetitive and monotonous. Not only me testing them, but even watching other videos from other channels. I just found myself getting a little bit bored. So this year I decided to just kind of calm down with knife reviews and focus on other stuff. However, I do want to test out knives, as long as the designs are different and unique, or it's a company that we've never talked about in this channel before. So this is going to take care of that. Now this thing right here, this baby, is the Two Arrows Knives Canyon Blade. A thing of absolute beauty. And to the best of my knowledge, I don't believe any other gear reviewer has tested out a Two Arrows knife before. So I feel honored. Zach sent this to me, the maker, sent this to me a couple months back to test that. And I gotta say, it is not only a handsome little blade, but it is a tough little workhorse. So I'm gonna give you guys the stats, and then from there we're gonna test it out. So of course the typical, the one stick fire, how can it do that? And then from there some camp cooking, and then some game processing. It is dove season here in West Texas, and we did harvest 2 doves this morning, so we're gonna make some kebabs just over a fire. So hope you guys are hungry. Thank you for joining me. Okay, let's go over the stats of this blade really quick. It is made out of 01 tool steel. It is full tang with the 90-degree spine, as you can tell, very sharp 90-degree spine, and also comes with a Scandinavian grind, very sharp as well. Blued finish up here, and you can see the little Two Arrows logo right there. That looks really neat. Now the handles are made out of unpolished canvas micarta, and they are very comfortable. That unpolishedness makes them feel like fabric, and I really like that. It provides a little bit more grip, and it's very handsome. I really dig it. So very nice little knife, very simple. I'll put the overall length in the screen below because I don't know that information off the top of my head. And then it also comes with this sheath right here, and this is made out of buffalo leather. Very simple but very handsome. This is the way I like my sheaths. I like them leather, and I don't like no ferro rod loops or anything of that fancy stuff. Just keep it simple, and just as long as it's comfortable, it works. So it goes in here just fine. Retention isn't the strongest, but at the same time, it's not going to be falling off. It's good enough. Then it just fills right here, goes through your belt loop, and it's right in there, and it's comfortable. The blade is not too high where it's jabbing on your side. So really good little blade. Now let's get to testing. As all fixed blades on this channel, I always like to make sure that this can handle a one-stick fire. Now the blade itself isn't very large. It's more of an EDC blade, a companion blade as well, but not, it's not going to be some very long knife. So you're not going to be, going through these big logs. Either ways, even if you have a long knife, you really don't want to be doing that. You don't really want to stress your knives when you don't have to. So I have this small piece of cottonwood. Fits there just fine, so let's go ahead and test that out. Now, it is Scandinavian grind, and it is full tang, so I don't have any issues with this going through the wood. Okay, so the Canyon batoned and feathered just fine. Now, these are not my best feather sticks. That's not the fault of the knife. The knife works very well. I've batoned before with easier wood like pine and stuff, but this cottonwood's just very old. It's just very dry, so that's why we're just working with our environment, so that's what we have available to us now. But it did just fine. Okay, and then from here we're going to test out that 90-degree spine. Like I said, that is a very nice 90-degree spine. It reminds me of the Mora Garberg. So let's test out the fire striking. Almost. Come on. Stubborn wood. As you can tell, there's no problem with the blade itself working. But the wood has just given us a little bit of trouble today. It's gonna die out. Nope, not yet. All right, let me get some breathing room in there. Try this again. There we go, finally. That was one stubborn piece of cottonwood. But as you can tell, it worked just fine. The Scandi grind, the full tang works great for batoning and woodwork, and of course that 90-degree spine works very well. So test number 1 was a success. A stubborn piece of wood, but overall we still succeeded. Okay, so we're getting that fire built up so it can start breaking down into a nice bed of coals. And then from here, we're going to test out the second test for this blade, which is going to be camp cooking or food processing. So, like I said earlier, we're going to be doing some dove kebabs. Now, this is our first time doing it, guys, and like I've said many times, I am by no means some kind of culinary expert, okay? So half the time, I'm just winging it. But, you know, we already have a couple doves, so might as well just, you know, elaborate on that food and just start cutting some, testing out this blade, and see how it handles. Now, being a Scandinavian grind, it's not the best one for this. Realistically, guys, you're probably going to want something like a flat grind. And, you know, most of us already have a backup knife, either in our haversacks or our backpacks. You know, we're going to have a secondary blade. But for the sake of testing this knife, it never hurts to see, you know, get it out of its comfort zone. Okay, test number 1, a 1-stick fire, it handled it just fine. Test number 2, processing veggies, it handled it just fine. Now, it being a Scandinavian grind, this blade isn't going to shine in that department as much as, say, a flat grind or a hollow grind. However, I didn't have any issues at all. If you're gonna have to improvise with your blade, it's always good to, you know, test it out outside its comfort zone, and I really had 0 issues. Okay, now my last test is gonna be game processing. Like I said earlier, it is dove season in West Texas. We did get 2 doves. Anyone who's hunted dove before, or a lot of the small birds, is going to tell you you don't really need a knife for that. And that's very true. You really just need your hands. However, I'm still going to use the knife to help me cut as much meat as I can out of here so I can chop it up into blocks so we can get our kebabs going. So let's get to it. Twist up the little wings. Okay, so we went ahead and cleaned the 2 doves that we harvested. Unfortunately, only 1 dove was able to be saved, one of the breasts. The other bird got the pellets right in the chest, so I mean, he was just pretty much destroyed once I actually inspected him. So unfortunately, we're not able to harvest him, so some scavenger out here is going to get lucky with the free meal. So anyways, here is the dove breast right here. And then I have the heart back here, and I'm going to use the canyon blade to just make little slices. Thin little slices. Make sure there's no pellets in there. That way we can place this in our kebabs. Now once again, food processing is mainly a flat grind or a hollow grind or convex grind kind of blade, but kind of grind, but it does it just fine, as you can see. Fine little pieces. The heart is good like that. So, yeah, I'm a little bummed that one of the birds wasn't able to be cooked. I always feel bummed out when I take a life and we don't use it for something, but yeah. Okay. And a dove is not really an animal that's going to really feed you a lot. It is a small bird, so you really want to get a large volume of them. Maybe, you know, 4 or 5 of them will provide you a really good meal. Maybe 2 or 3, but overall, you know, we are supplementing with vegetables and sausage, so, and that's about it. I think I could still roast this over on top and eat whatever, you know, pick out whatever I can get out of that. Folks, we've had these bad boys cooking for about half an hour. Now normally it doesn't take that long, however we are cooking wild game and I never like to take chances. I always want to make sure that it's cooked very well done to prevent any bacteria or illnesses from spreading. So, moment of truth. Not a bad way to spend the afternoon. Oh, I just dropped a mushroom. But here we have some dove meat right here. It almost looks like steak. And dove tastes a bit like steak, more than chicken to me at least. Oh yeah. Cheddar wurst, onion, green chili, dove meat, tomatoes. Really good. Nice. Man, that's awesome. Well guys, that's about the conclusion of this video. Once again, this 2 Arrow Knives Canyon is just a little workhorse. I really love the look. Made in America, full tang knife, 90-degree spine, 01 tool steel with the Scandi grind. I really love those micarta handles that they're not polished, so they feel like fabric almost, but I really like that. I really dig that. Really beautiful little sheath as well. One thing I forgot to talk about with the sheath is that it has been treated with 4 different compounds to prevent wear, and it just looks very nice. Well, I've been using this for about all summer, since about June, and I really dig this knife, so I want to give Zach, founder of 2 Arrows, a big shout out. Thank you very much for sending this to me, buddy. Really like it. And I'm going to post a link to their Instagram down below. That's the only link so you can go ahead and contact with them as of right now. So go check out their other works and give them a call, message, comment if you're interested in taking a look at one of his knives. Really good stuff. Well guys, we better hurry because it is afternoon now, and as you can tell, lighting is becoming a little bit of a bother and it's really hot out here. So we want to eat our lunch and head back to town. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below. Give us a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. And I'll see you guys next week with another video. Now go outside and get your boots dirty. some green chili, some Dove, and some tomato right here. Man, that's good.